Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel where today I will be having a listening party for Led Zeppelin's first album, Led Zeppelin. This album came out in 1969 and uh I don't really have much to say about it. It's the first Led Zeppelin album. Uh just looking at the track list, I don't think any of these songs have became you know, monument like staples in the rock genre like some of their other songs have. I may be wrong and might recognize a couple when we get to them, but as of right now, none of these are looking familiar. So I think this will be like 9 songs of legitimately hearing for the first time, unlike with I think it was Led Zeppelin 4 where at least I knew of like Stairway to Heaven. You know, I'm always iffy about coming to the Led Zeppelin albums because I'm not saying I hated the last two, but I didn't fully like them either. And I think part of it is just a lot of, to me, what feels like wasted time, just a lot of nothing. But I'm hoping that with in one of these albums it won't feel like that. And so, I was iffy on doing this one, but I decided screw it. You know, I won't know unless I give it a listen. So now here we go with the remastered Led Zeppelin. Pull this up in a separate browser, Spotify, iTunes, however you listen to music, and listen along as we listen to Led Zeppelin by Led Zeppelin. All right, this is kind of hooking me. I like the percussive elements and the bassist like actually playing some licks. I think the drummer and the bassist have like constantly been like the draw for me personally. I think the panning in the guitars too. I really like how that bass sounds. That's a good bass sound. Very low end. No, like not a lot of high end, but it sounds cool. Hmm. Oh, a brown eyed man. Oh, that's cool. See, like panning like that. That sounds really cool. I I think I'm gonna be thinking about that. That little that's just from right side to left side. That's some really fast kicks. It seems really weird. Such a weird kick pattern for this. I don't think I really like the kick. Like, it just seems out of place. I'll give him credit for being able to do that, because I'm assuming it's one pedal, but still, I don't think double bass was that prominent yet. Though I think it'd be really funny if to make it work, just 2 kick pedals right there plus the hi hat pedal. If they didn't have like just regular double pedal setups. So the lyrics here says "babe," then "baby, baby." I wonder if that was supposed to be "baby," but people just mishearing it. This is a good intro to this song. Oh, you know, I feel like I figured it was going to be a full band intro, but I think it was going to be just all at once. See, like, it's saying babe again. And I wonder if it's not baby or babe, but if it's like B-A and then a dash because he's cutting himself off, you know? But to lead to baby. I'm overthinking that, but every time, like, it feels like there's a full word of baby, it's baby. This is another instance of how the panning is really cool. Because it doesn't feel lopsided, but all the guitar is, like, right there. And then it just comes in full side banging. Both sides. Why does he full side? I always really like the blending of a distorted electric guitar with an acoustic guitar. I feel like there's just like not a unique sound, but an interesting one, a distinct sound. Hmm. I had to let my dog in. Ooh. Ooh. Hmm. That was nice. I gotta give credit where credit's due. That was nice. Their acoustic guitar sounds really clean. I don't know why, but I'm just hearing like a horn section in the background of this song. Like right there. Yeah, I think there's like some frequencies happening and like some instrument that sounds like there's like a horn there. Unless there is a horn, but I don't think there is. I highly doubt that actually. This is what I mean where it feels like they just go on for too long. I think this could have been done like at least bare minimum a minute ago, but they're doing just the same thing over and over. Oh, a descending ending. I think that one could have easily ended on a Picardy third, and if it did, I would have it would have just that would have sucked. Honestly, hate Picardy thirds. Yeah, this one's a little more bluesy. Mm-hmm. Nice with the guitar too. I honestly would be surprised if they didn't bring somebody in with a harmonica on this one at some point. Got another 5.5 minutes to hear that one. I just noticed. I don't know how I didn't pick up on this, but there's a keyboard happening. This one has a keyboard instead of like another rhythm guitar doing that or whatever. I really do like that. That descending like fall. And then an organ. Sorry, I was fixated on the keyboard for a moment. It's a really nice organ solo. I feel so sorry for the bassist and the drummer because it seems like an awful song to play. It's so slow, so repetitive. I know how that feels. I've written a song that is very. There it is! We got the harmonica, baby! I knew it. I knew it. A part of me thought that maybe it wasn't a staple yet, but we got the harmonica. Ah, it still blows my mind that a harmonica counts as a woodwind instrument. It's in the same branch of family as like saxophone, flutes, clarinets, but harmonica. It's a weird instrument. I'll give it that. Was that the vocalist just making noises into the microphone and they kept it in? I really wish I've had the chance to actually like record audio like analog. So I could like know like I guess if that would have been possible to take out or not, you know? Because that just seems like a very weird thing to have in the middle of a solo. Okay. I'll give him that. The panning on the drums too. I think also because I feel like I don't know if like I would say for the time if something like this is ambitious or not. I don't listen to much classic rock like this, but I just feel like what I do somewhat know about like analog recording, like this would be like I'm assuming this would be a little bit more of a process. So like kudos to everyone involved. Sometimes I really do like the guitar and the vocals like going together. Not every time, but every so often when they meet up, it's cool. What is going on? Is that like a reverse reverb? He's got a good range. He's got a good range on his pipes. Give the vocalist that. Like I could imagine if I went to a Led Zeppelin show that they would that like hearing him play sing live would just be like an incredible experience. I think seeing this band, like, as much as I might have negatives, I think, like, from what I've heard, seeing this band live would probably be, like, an incredible experience, because probably just be, like, some, like, great music after great music. I wonder if this was named after the movie. Is that an insult? From these first few lines, I'm gonna just have to assume that this is a diss track towards someone that broke his heart. Wait. Oh. That little part, I think I might know. Unless there's like another song that has something like that too. Like end the world, but like I feel like I do know something off this album. All right, cool. I feel like I've only just heard that little bit in like Guitar Heroes. They really like that. Just the back and forth between guitars and vocals. I mean, I don't really hear that much. Surprised that in the other Led Zeppelin albums I've listened to, I've not like heard them do something like this again. Oh, this is in 3. I just picked up on that. There's like something is happening. I will say, people are no longer just mashing pedals together and just seeing what sounds they can get from music nowadays. Oh, now we're back and forth. I will say, even though this is also a repetitive bass line for this part, I think like with everything, this would be like super fun to play over like a really good guitar solo. I think no matter how repetitive a part can be, if the guitar solo or the music around it is just hype enough, then it will never be boring. No, doubled. And he is really upset with whoever this is about. I don't know why that's funny to me. I'm not gonna lie. I just kind of assumed you were gonna go straight into like a catchy riff, right when like those dropped out or something. I don't know. Yeah, whatever's going on here, I was not expecting any of it. Maybe except a crash on the drum kit, and that's about it. I like how the keyboard on the right side is playing with the acoustic guitar on the left side. I like the choir. I'm not gonna lie. I think there's like an instrument up there with them. I don't know if that's like another key instrument. Not the organ that's playing in the right ear, but like something more center in the keys. Or if it was a lead part. Oh, that is a nice guitar. That's a nice tone. That's a nice tone. I really like that tone. That was a really aggressive plug on the acoustic. I don't think that's worth there's like a pause, like an instrumental music note part. It seems like unnecessary. Ooh, I think I just like that was a nice little bass like. Oh, I think the bass is kind of popping off in this one. I don't know if it's just the way that everything sounds, but the guitar sounds like they want to like be playing like super energetically, and it might just be because it's acoustic guitar or whatever. But it seems like there isn't like energy and excitement to it. You know, I will say it's nice to know that there's like always I'll say an interesting song like this in their albums. With more percussive elements. This is a nice little instrumental like break. Where what? Where did that come from? They were doing so nice. Feel like I can hear a little bit of what would one day become guitar thumping in this one. How is it that like two albums in a row? There's like ah okay. They got me back on board. This is a like a very high energy riff. This one's very fun. He really likes the word babe and baby. Why did the solo start so quiet and then like pick up? That was cool. Just out of that slide. For a moment, I thought that was like still like a group of people. I think it's just him. I think it's just him harmonizing with himself on that. No communication breakdown. That's what they were saying. Yeah, I'll give the band like something. They're very creative because why are the hi hat and snare panned so far left? Like I can imagine panning them a little bit, but all the way to the left? It's crazy how much it feels like is happening on my left side rather than my right side. I may be wrong, but I think I remember hearing that the Doors did something similar where they had all the drums like panned on one side. Like the kick on this one is at least still like down the center. Maybe a little right? No, center. But it's more center than like everything else. I really like the bass town. Thinking bass sound and bass tone. It's very warm. I feel like you could swap the bass with like an upright bass, and it would be like the same. You wouldn't really lose anything. But I guess that's why they're very similar instruments. Oh, changing up a little bit. And they're just. This seems so empty. Like, I know it was just the drums doing a hit and then the guitar just playing, but it's weird how empty that sounded. And the drums back to putting in a lot of kick drums, but I think it sounds weirdly better here. That seems intentional. I feel like the first time I thought the guitar was accidentally like just a little off, but the second time I think it happened again. What? What was that? The guitarist is really just having a blast. I'll give him that too. I feel like the guitarist and the vocalist have the most fun on these. Wow, 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 wow. More panning stuff. I feel like my favorite type of panning is like panning where you don't feel it but you notice it. I don't know if that makes any sense. I like this riff too. And the swing, yeah, this is like really good. A good riff. Good riff. Nice rhythm. Good swing. Hmm. I can tell the drummer's also enjoying himself. I like that. I don't know. That was a really cool one. The ending with like a doom doom on that one fail. That was cool. Like the two guitars doing the same thing for that little bit. Just have them both doing the same thing. It's like I don't know if it's supposed to be like a doubling or a delay or what. All right, bassist. I wouldn't be surprised if like when everything comes back in, it's just going to be a completely different feel. Like we had like that more like rock whatever. But I think it'd be fun if we went to like more of like a 6/8 style like bluesy feel. Maybe I don't know. Oh, he kissed her. Wow. Britney Spears reference in '69. 10 children. There's no way this man's actually got 10 children. Quick maths. But there's no way this man actually has 11. I think I'm gonna have to look that up. That is he talking about like someone he's interested in or a daughter? If he has 10 kids with an 11th on the way, like I hope a child. I hope it's child. I really like the reverb. I've always been like if you're on putting like a delay like that on something, but this isn't like making a good like argument as to why you should put like a pre-delay on your reverb. For a moment, I thought that was like some keys, like a keyboard on organ, but now it's just a higher up on the guitar, higher up on the frontboard. I really wish the drummer wasn't like keeping time because like the vocalist was not like in time with that. It sounded so off. I like this riff too. Maybe more than the one at the beginning of the song. Ah, I like that. The bass did something different there. Played a counter rhythm. That one was next too. Boom 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 boom. The distortion. What is going on with the panning here? Wow. All right, all right. So I'm thinking. I think at multiple points during this album, I was thinking, the songs don't feel that long. Like like they still do, but not as bad as I thought. I was gonna feel about it. So I'm wondering if either they were able to fill up that space more, or because I've listened to like two other albums that did that, plus this one, I'm just like used to it more. But it's kind of growing on me. Kind of growing on me. I will say that definitely like some of those songs could have still easily been cut by 2 minutes. It was just too. I feel like some guitar solos just went on really long. I think. I think some of the guitar solos went on really long. I think half the time, again, like I think like last time, like the vocalist is just. I feel like I couldn't think of the word last. That I thought. All right. Sorry about that. I couldn't think of the word last time, and then I think I thought about it afterwards, and now I can't think of the word again. But it just seems like the vocalist is just is constantly like vamping or something. I don't know. Um, to also like fill in space. Like it seems like half the time they write like 2 minutes worth of a song, and then they just throw in like really long pauses, a bunch of breaks, and unnecessarily long solos. Like I think "Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You." I think it like worked because at least they gave like three different instruments a solo, so like that works. But there are times where it's like how many more times? Like I don't know how long that solo went, but it was just like the guitars like doing stuff for like a couple minutes. Thankfully, like the latter half didn't seem to drag at all any. But yeah, no, that was I don't know if I would say that is my favorite so far. I think I did have like still have fun listening to it. I think I still like this one and the last one more than four, but I think that's growing on me. Like I said, like no matter what I say about like the length of the songs, that's not really anything important or major. Just a personal thing. But as musicians, they are solid. I can see like especially for this being their first album, like it is refined. Like I know this is a remastered version, so it was remastered in the 90s. Weirdly, some of them remastered in 1990 and some of them in 93, but whatever. But it doesn't change that that's how the music was written back in 69. And man, if that's like what came out in 69, like I can see how they became like one of the most famous like rock bands, especially of like that time frame, pretty much like setting a standard. It almost feels like, and if they didn't, I'd be surprised. Like they are. There's a lot of interesting things going on. There's a lot of interesting. There's a lot of. It's weird because it feels like somehow the music is like the least thought out part. Like they write like a riff and they'll work with it, just for like the lyrics to like be able to like handle. But when the vocalist is like stepping away for everybody else, it's like, all right, what can we do? And then when all the parts are together, it's like, okay, what can we do? We can like to pan it weirdly, to add some like delays, some like choirs and like doublings and all that stuff, reverbs, to make a more interesting experience, I guess is how I want to put it. And it works, because I will say, if it wasn't for all like the, I guess, quote unquote weirdness going on, then this would have been like a more boring album. especially with songs being like six, almost 6.5 minutes to 8 minutes long. And oh, I think what also helped how many more times is it didn't feel like one song all the way through, but it felt like after the guitar solo, when the vocalist came back in, it felt like the beginning of a new song. So it almost feels like there's 10 songs in this album instead of 9, but they didn't break up the last one for some reason. But still, no, it was I want to say definitely like, it's weird to think that like I went backwards by accident, 4, 2, 1. Uh, but it definitely seems like I'm just like growing more and more of an appreciation, even though I'm still like aware that it's not for me. But I will say that I think after listening to all three, I'm having the most positive look back on this one, and I think it's solely because this is the third one I've listened to. I'm like more used to it, knowing what to expect, and really just when you listen to the music, it really is something to just appreciate, something that that I can imagine like back in like 69 when this came out, just like sitting down with your friends and being like, dude, you gotta listen to this. This is so sick. And just like the guitar solos come up and all that stuff. And it's just just like, because again, I don't know what was going on in music during like 1969, but I don't I think it's safe to assume that like half the things that they're doing wasn't like common. Um but yeah. So who knows? May keep listening to them to see if like this appreciation can develop further. If I do, the next one would be 3, but I don't know when that one would come out. But yeah, let me know what you think of this Led Zeppelin album. Like I said, I think probably one of my favorites so far. If I had to like say a favorite, it'd either be this one or 2, but still like good albums. Let me know what you think about the Led Zeppelin album. And yeah, with all of that being said, sorry for my dog constantly distracting me throughout the listening, but I promise I was still listening intently as we were going through. And with all that being said, I hope you all have a great rest of your day and or night. Peace.